The score you can see below racers in the form of filled-in battle lines, Madeleines. Yes, starting off the prologue.
Madeline is correct.
No battle
Because
line.
Madeline is a part of Madeline.
Not in that picture. Her hair would be pink.
Yeah, fair. That's fair enough.
So yes, good luck to the runners as they are starting off this next race here. Both of these runners are very close right now, as they are doing the same exact screen. About a couple seconds apart between the two players right now. Just some minor hiccups really going on between the two players, nothing significant yet. Hopefully we don't see anything too significant either. Okay, so 5-second gap between the two players finishing Chapter 1. 153 total in game time for Psyched, and 148 for TGH right now.
Yeah, it looks like both runners actually got their Chapter 1 times from the first race, which is really interesting. Psyched actually getting tripped up in a different screen on this attempt. Yeah, no, it's like going pretty well for both runners again here in the early going. Very, fluid movement. Both runners hitting the screen transitions really well. It's, just really good stuff so far. Like just barely missing green block there, and getting stuck. Okay, had to dance around the battle lines a little bit, but able to make it through. But yeah, that's
really good adaptation.
Definitely very good stuff. But TGH with a pretty mistake-free Chapter 2 so far. Just moving on to Awake a little bit before Psyched does. Yeah, really good Awake by Psyched. So they're at 353, while TJ looked like started about 340 into Celestial Resort. So yeah, less than 15 seconds apart are these runners so far. Yeah, TGH having no issues with these early rooms in Resort, even going for that wave dash with very narrow window before the dust floor activates. So yeah, just again, like this is just like, you know, what we came here to see, just like really efficient play, really cool movement. Yeah.
Oh, it's like missing that coin there, having to go back for it.
Yes, now we have Psyched entering the huge mess maze around the same time that TGH was exiting it, and yeah, this huge mess maze, this is another portion of the game like Awake, where even though you can't die here, you can still lose a fair amount of time. Just yeah, both runners moving very well through that portion of the level. And we see Psyched entering books while TGH enters laundry. Look like Psyched took a couple of deaths in the boxes section, but ordinarily we say that that's something we can't recover from. But yeah, TGH has just been playing really mistake-free in Resort so far, even avoiding getting caught up in that second to last laundry room where he took a death last time.
So yeah, synced up cleaning cutscenes there, even though Psyched is currently one cleaning area behind. Okay, now going to the demo section. And another first try demo dash from TGH. 2 for 2.
Yeah, TGH has just been thundering through Resort so far, but now we just have to deal with how... Oh, well... Yeah, there he goes, just taking the death to the death bind. But yeah, very early death. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking there.
Now he's just not used to the death cycle of that dust bunny. And Psyched getting on the first try. Well done.
Really nice from Psyched on that same screen, not going too fast and getting hit by Oshiro, just like waiting for Oshiro to pass by and avoiding the same fate that TGH kind of took. Oh, but missing the key coin, but yeah, okay, nice recovery. Okay, hopefully they're out of the screen pretty scot-free, but yeah, a couple minor hiccups there as TGH out of the last screen of the Oshiro section, which is definitely a killer if you take it up really late in there. And yeah, 814 is nothing to really sneeze at coming out of this chapter. Okay, Psyched getting a little bit caught up about midway through the Oshiro room. Carefully because they're not on the right cycle. Yeah, making it through 8:44, so about half a minute of a gap between these two runners coming out of Resort. Alright, both runners moving pretty cleanly through Golden Ridge, yeah. It's like doing that thing where you just kind of like write a ton of momentum into the screen with all those like green bubbles or blue bubbles or whatever you want to call them. I'm not here to debate the colors, but yeah, hitting the second crumble block, which is just really good stuff. TGH coming up on auto scroll skip here. Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, Psyched into the same auto scroll strat that TGH did. And I can't remember what everyone's PBs were when the tournament started, but I do recall Psyched being, I think, initially seeded as a number 2 seed in the Gusty Canyon group. And yeah, it's just showing you just how far people have come in this tournament, that Psyched has been able to improve their time, like the level where they're like in the top 8 in the world. So worked hard, they've improved themselves so much, and yeah, it's just like really cool to like see them putting that improvement on display here on like, you know, one of the biggest stages possible against TGH here. TGH here in the harsh wind section. Yeah, gonna be dealing with snowballs, which I know aren't his favorite thing in the world, but yeah, gets through the first long screen really well. Now just here on the screen with springs. Yeah, really smooth. Getting the strat where you're timing your jumps through that screen just right enough to land on the snowballs. So, like, using the timing to your advantage there. Yeah, really nice stuff from TGH. Psyched also in the harsh wind section. We'll see how they handle these snowball screens. Oh, a little bit caught up, but nothing too major. Alright, Psyched out of snowball section. Just has to go through these rooms with the copious amounts of the dash bubbles, as TGH is going to be starting Mirror Temple.
And I am back.
Alright, welcome back. Yeah, we just had TGH complete getting into Mirror Temple with an 11:12, and Psyched, yeah, making up a little bit of time. 11:33 coming out of Ridge.
Yeah, certainly a much closer race between these two players right now. TGH able to get that yeet. And just a couple pauses for sync reasons, as Psyched is now about to unlock the keys, as TGH just went through the bubble shortcut thingy without double bubble skip, just doing it normally. Here's Psyched's yeet. Gets it.
Yo, double yeet, nicely done for this race.
Okay, classic manipulation of the Seekers right now going on. It is very easy to mess this thing up, so I'm watching to make sure TGH is doing all the right movement, and he's putting himself in good position so that he can predict what the Seeker's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly. Moving in such a way to remove any threat of the Seeker's Psyched the strat in that section, but able to make it through. Seeker not really doing much after kind of wrecking that block.
And just barely in range to pick up that second coin.
Okay, can't stop my heart with that last misinput, but the Seeker didn't really do anything, so yeah, okay, Psych making it through, gonna be heading into Search Skip as TGH heading into the escape section. Another one, come on, indeed, Theo.
And TJ is deciding to wait for the Seeker to fly past him. You actually can do that while that Seeker's still moving towards you. Just riskier. Oh, good dodges. That was some really good adaptation for Psyched just then.
Absolutely, really good saves. Okay. Again, stop my heart a
Yeah,
little bit with the
constantly so many good saves going on from Psych's side.
Of course, if you're in Psych's position, you'd rather the Seekers not be there, but yeah, as long as you're like improvising well enough and getting through it, like you're yes-handing with the Seekers, you're okay without words. Alright, so Psyching through the enemy temple as TGH starting here on Reflection. Yeah, Psyched able to get late skip on first try. Having a little bit of trouble riding the skipping block, but still keeping a respectable distance behind TGH so far. So we get TGH St. Pentagram in 1742 coming up on the ravine here with that shortcut that kind of gave Psych some trouble in the last race, but TGH going through it, even fast falling through it first couple sections, and yeah, really nice.
Yeah, the first two of those dev intended holes are are pretty easy to get through. They have a setup for them effectively. There's walls that you can line yourself up with that allow you to just kind of fall right through them with no problem at all. But the third one, you kind of gotta react.
Yeah, third one is kind of uneven. You have to like maneuver yourself around some Justice spikes. Get Psyched talking to Grandma at 1827, so that's still within about like 45 seconds, I think.
Yeah, Psyched still having some very good movement, TGH having some very good movement, and it really, there are possibilities that it could go south for TGH, so it's not necessarily out of the question. Within a minute at this point, it's still very feasible. Psyched now starting up battle line section. Far no myself's having it yet. Here we got TGH going into the second half of the battle line fight now. Can't really explain it too much earlier. It's some glitchy music and the platforms move back and forth now. Other than that, we're just trying to hug we're still just trying to hug battle line, and she keeps pushing us away.
I do hope that eventually she'll be receptive to our, you know, love and agree to join us and help us up the mountain.
Yeah, it'd be very useful. It kind of like is required in order for us to beat the game. But you know, 4 times now, battle line's been like, no, I don't want to, and so we have to go through this whole song and dance over here. So Psyched now half a battle line section behind, and TGH just finished it out.
Ooh, man, that was...
Yeah, that's a costly one.
Yeah, it's like missing that reverse hyper, that just like saves like a small fraction of time. They're able to jump over the laser, but they just weren't sure how to recover their memory. Recover that from there on, and yeah, second attempt there.
Oh, TGH taking a death at the end of the 0 meter climb here.
Oh, that was really good recovery from TGH at the end of that screen of 500 meter. Yeah, like getting caught on the screen, but still able to make it to the dash crystal.
Absolutely, you don't actually need that dash crystal most of the time, so you tend to not use it. And wow, going for the speedy strats here. So Psyched just taking a breather between chapters right there, which is completely understandable given how close he is at this point. He does not want to mess up. He wants to give himself every opportunity so that to catch up, so that if TGH does end up messing up here, it gives Psyched that much better of a chance to close that gap. Because if Psyched is also messing up, it's not going to mean much.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely want to collect yourself before the start of Summit. Definitely the hardest, because now you have 2 dashes that you have to manage, and yeah, it's definitely a challenge to get through these levels fast. Oh, TGH getting caught at the end of the first kind of long screen here in 1500. Ooh, just a couple mistakes at the start, and yeah, even waiting a little bit, but on. Alright, so TGH 2442 coming out of 1500. Yeah, still a fair bit of ground between him and Psyched, but yeah, a couple deaths in that section do allow for some opportunity for Psyched to maybe catch back up a smidgen. But we see Psyched taking a very similar death to what TGH just did, as we get a little bit of sync here in the final chapter. Ooh, and taking a death in the room with a long cycle, that's definitely going to be costly.
Oh, and messing up on that on the wall bounce at the end of this auto-scroller section.
And as we have the chat pointing out, we kind of caught TGH mid-panic with the sync there. Yeah, we see Psyched over a minute behind TGH's pace at that point at 1500, so it's looking increasingly doubtful that we're going to be getting a Game 3, but again, this is still a very good run from both runners here. Oh, TGH, another death to door skip there. Yeah, really solid throughout the rest of 2,500 meters, but getting caught up on door skip of all things. Alright, so TGH making their way to downdraft as Psyched is making their way through 2,500 meters with all the cool little movement tricks that 2,500 meter kind of entails.
Oh, and taking a flag, death at flag number 23 when he was at flag number 22, so pushing himself a flag backwards by accident.
Yeah, luckily for TGH, the flags in downdraft are pretty short, especially compared to the flags in updraft, but yeah, that's a pretty significant time lost in downdraft.
Okay, these players are about 10 flags, actually almost 20 flags apart at this point. We're going to get another sync here as we are moving into this last section. So it'll actually be a lot closer than I thought. TJ's just touching flag number 9, as that was flag number 21 for Psyched. It's actually still pretty tense. This could be decided by like 1 or 2 deaths at this point. And TJ is playing it very risky at this point. He's doing tricks that he could easily die on.
Yeah, it's definitely easy to get caught up on these like last 4 flags. They kind of seem simple, but they are a lot more difficult than they appear. Yeah, collecting flag 2 just to be sure that they're not losing too much time.
And now at flag number 1, this is looking like pretty definitively going to be TGH's game at this point. Could pull a Revo, but it's still not going to be enough at this point. So that is TGH's victory.
Yeah, taking game 2 with a 30-14, which I think was their time in the first race. So really solid effort for TGH, and yeah, Psyched going to be finishing this out on the last 7 flags here, about to be the last 6 flags.
Yeah, and it's going to be within about a minute of difference between the 2 players, which is actually a pretty good time. Psyched will certainly be, I feel, happy about this time. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to get peak performance time this on either of the races today. Psyched is capable of getting a sub 30. It just wasn't capable of getting them today, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, Psyched is just a really high level runner of this game, and like, you know, if you look at the SRC leaderboard for this game, like at the top are known for their respective games, like, you know, TGH with other 2D platformers, Oddbot and Flat for Shovel Knight, and Psyched, I think this is actually his first speed game, so yeah, this guy has a bright future, like not just in Celeste, but just in speedrunning in general. Like, that's a really phenomenal time. So yeah, get some GGs in for Psyched.
So it looks like we do have TGH joining us now. So congratulations.
Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks.
Hey.
And Psyched is also here.
Yo, GG Psyched.
Yo, GG. Ah, man. I'm happy that I could pull out one decent run at least. Like this.
Yeah, you certainly were able to show us a good run on that second one. I know you're capable of better, but certainly one that you're happier than the first race for.
Yeah, like the first run was really bad. But the second one was actually pretty decent. I'm happy with that. Oh, and TGH?
Yo.
Low 30s? Like very close to each other, right?
I had two 30-14s.
They were on the same second. I was, yeah.
Oh,
Walsh thought that they might be on the same second, but I was not paying that close attention to really recognize that. So good that you're able to confirm that.
Yeah, I knew it was like a 31 something, but yeah, that's insane. 30-14s.
Yeah, it was the first 30-14 was with an 840 summit, and the second one was with a 907 summit. So yeah, like the first run went not so great. The second run went a lot better, with the exception of the one death and ridge that was like probably 12 seconds. But then summit happened, and that was one of the worst summits I think I've had in a while. But it's whatever.
I mean, still a low 30. That is really good.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that in a race setting.
Yeah, from what I could tell, you pretty much only had one unintentional death going into summit, and ending it with 11 unintentional deaths. So
yeah, I had a couple in on the first screen of Oshiro. I like just barely didn't make the cycle the first time.
Yeah,
and then,
got the one death. And then you were stuck with a death cycle, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm actually not really used to the death cycle in that room, to be honest with you. So, like, at least not doing that strat. That's a strat that I've, like, recently adapted, and I'm not quite used to the death cycle on it yet, so... so, of course, I die immediately on the death cycle the first time.
Yeah,
Also,
death cycles can be hard, especially if you don't usually die in that room.
I also gotta say we had some good demo dashes here. It shows that people are practicing them. TGH getting 2 for 2, and Psyched.
I have
only had
some
one
issues
mess up,
in the first run.
I believe you only messed up one demo dash. You got out of the other. Like, you got it right after, and then you got it first try in the second run.
Maybe you're right. I don't really remember.
I think first run was second try, and then second run was first try. But yeah, it's all just a
Yeah, but that one in Resort is kind of free because with it, the setup makes it a lot more consistent, so it's not as hard as people might think.
Okay, good to know. Maybe I'll start to try it at least, just to see if I can do it. I'd never put it in a run at my level, but I do at least want to try it just to see if I can do it.
Yeah, it's not that bad with some practice, for sure.
Yeah. Like
And
getting the
I've done it,
muscle
like,
memory
twice.
down for the demo dash is the hardest thing, but once you got that, the timing is not that bad.
You had a question, Walsh?
And I was just saying that I got it a couple times though. Psyched. So yeah, I think looking at your SRC profile, this is your first speed game, correct?
Excuse me?
Looking at your SRC profile, it kind of looked like this was your first speed game. So I'm just wondering what your plans are for speeding after this journey. Like, are you going to be continuing on with Celeste, or are you going to be moving on to see what you can do with a different game?
We'll definitely try out some other categories in Celeste. I think it will be all hearts, but I haven't really decided yet. And maybe learning the run of Ori, or getting into some randomizer stuff of Ori, because that game is really fun, casually and in the speedrun.
Right. And TGH is now going to be... You're now going to be going on to face Oddbod. and I don't know when you're gonna do that. I'd expect probably sometime this week, right?
I think so. Yeah, probably looking to get it done like pretty much ASAP. I would assume.
All right, so I know Oddbot has pretty much not touched the game since he got that got the sub 30 last week. So I feel like that he probably is still at that level of getting a sub 30. So but it's hard to say without how long he's been away from it. So what are you thinking about going into it?
Yeah, but let's go right now. I'm sure Speed Gaming won't mind. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been that long since Oddbot got. I think it's been like what, 3 days or something. But yeah,
only a couple of days.
Yeah, I think that long of a quote unquote break isn't gonna do much.
Oh, and he's saying you played it earlier today, so I'm completely wrong.
Plus that, you know, of course, Oddbot is one of the most formidable opponents I can imagine. It'll be interesting going up against him.
Right. I feel like this is back into the gauntlet again of you're gonna have to face Oddbot and then Fledervy again, which is who the person who pushed you into the lower bracket the first time was.
Yeah.
So what seemed at the beginning to be like at the beginning of this tournament a shooing first place for TGH. We're now looking at a fight that TGH now has to make.
Yeah, for sure. I think whatever goes down, it'll be interesting for sure. It should be a pretty hype final, regardless.
Yeah, definitely both races, Oddbot and Fledervy versus Teach, will be very close, I guess. I'm definitely going to watch them.
Yeah, so keep checking in on schedules to know when we're gonna have that race. As I said, it probably will be later this week or 5 minutes from now if we can get it to work. Running. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They need like a 24-hour notice, so definitely not later today.
Just start Speed Gaming 7. It'll be easy.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so follow runners, follow commentators if you want, and thanks for watching. Next up, we have nothing on this channel, but a Link to the Past daily race is about to start on Speed Gaming 4, so you can go watch that. Super Mario Galaxy Luigi Ampersand Tournament happening on Speed Gaming 5, I can't count. And there will be Link to the Past Fall Tournament on this channel at 6:30, so in an hour. So yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.
Yeah, have a great day, PG, y'all.